Hey everyone, welcome back. Got the Arktos on the bench. I just wanted to do a little update on this. I think it was like 6 months ago I did my last video on this and did like the Mini 16, did tires, did servos, did everything. I did a bunch of stuff and it was kind of a hectic video, honestly. And looking back now, the way that I do my videos, I can kind of see, like someone even mentioned this was kind of hectic or whatever. I can't remember exactly what the words he said. And looking back, I kind of see that. At the time, I was kind of like put off by the comment. I was like, what do you mean? Like, like, it's like a bunch of info, and now that I'm looking back, it's like, yeah, that was a lot of info packed into an hour and 15-minute video, which was a long video in general. I try not to do that long when I can, but, yeah, it was a little ridiculous. But I want to do an update on this truck. I started doing a video months ago and got kind of frustrated with it and kind of just gave up on that video mostly because of the body. I really wanted to put the Arktos bed on it in the first video, and that's what I ended up doing later on after. I did it like off camera, and then I was going to come back and do a video on it, and that's what the video was for. It was a couple different updates I wanted to do on it. So I put the Arktos bed on it. We'll start with that. This bolt in the front, I just realized I didn't tighten these two screws just recently. Hold on. All right, all tightened up. I just had this bed off because I finally found these lights and put them in. That's what made me want to do this video, because I put these lights in this little container when I took the bed off the Arktos probably 9 months ago or whatever, and I couldn't find that container, and I didn't have any lights, and I didn't order any, and I finally found it the other day, so figured I'd do this update. So I put these lights in. To put this bed on the Arktos, this is a stock hole that is here on the frame of the Terranaut. This one is a stock hole, but I designed this little thing that kind of like offsets it, like, because technically these usually are straight across. If you see, this is kind of like offset from here to there. And then this one, I just drilled a hole and bolted it to the chassis. I wish I had just done it that way on this one. The only reason I didn't was because right here is actually where part of it's like the brace that holds the servo for the 2-speed. And I was like, well, I'll just use that hole. It's right there. I don't want two holes like really close to each other. It looks weird or something. And now I just kind of wish I just used one of these brackets here next to it and then just had two holes next to each other. I don't really care. I don't know. It was more, I think I was going for a looks thing, but I think that kind of looks stupid. So you can't see it anyways this way. So I don't care too much right now, but that's what I would do if I were anyone else going to do this, or skip this one completely and just do where's the other one? Hole. There's a hole right here to mount a fourth one, and I just never put that one in there because honestly 6 is enough for this bed. It's been fine. I haven't needed to put a fourth one on. I don't tow much on here anyways. It's just kind of on here. I just wanted it for the look and to see if I could put it on, kind of thing. Kind of like when I did the tilt bed back in the day. It was like one of my first type of videos I did was I did a like how-to on how I put a tilt bed on here and how I did it with that electric actuators and stuff. I put it on there, but I didn't really tow anything with it. I just wanted to see if I could do it. It was kind of the same thing. I don't really tow much on here. I put stuff on here for pictures, but that's about it. Because the Arktos can fit on here, so it just kind of looks cool. But if it were me, I'd probably either just do this straight across, have two bolts next to each other, or do this one right here, where, like I said, it's right here, and it would be in the middle of these two bolts, so it wouldn't look weird to me. I'd look weird. It's not a weird thing, it's just, I don't want the bolts hold close together. Weird things that I care about that no one else probably cares about at all. So that's actually really easy, honestly. If you don't mind drilling holes and tapping, they're M2 bolts, and you just drill and tap, it's not an issue at all. You still have where is it here? I can't get my finger in there now. There we go. The ramps are still there. Yeah, these wires are different than what yours probably have because I extended these when I had a wooden bed on here. And other than that, it's pretty much the same bed. These are 3D printed parts that I had because I apparently lost the ones I had on here originally. I have no idea where they are. I designed these. They're up on Maker World if you need them. There's nothing that this clips into because usually it would be the headache rack that it would clip into. But I just kind of leave them down half the time like that. Or if I'm kind of crawling stuff, they just fold up automatically when they get hit, so it doesn't matter. To do this bed too, I had to delete the little weird sonar-looking ball things at the top. I don't know what they were, but I wanted this bed farther up and I think that they came to here or so, and I didn't want those. And I wanted this bed as far as forward as I could, pretty much, to not have a huge overhang. And so I designed this little box here, and it's just an electronics cover. And I was gonna make something out of this, like maybe like make it like a welder, or make it. I wasn't sure what to do with it. I just kind of made the box to make sure it was gonna fit, like make sure my mount holes were in the right spot, make sure it was gonna fit in the base here of like the cab. And then I kind of just left it because I just was like, it's good enough for me. So I think I will get back. I'm trying to get back onto this truck. Finding these lights kind of reinvigorated, or whatever you call it, like me wanting to work on this. So yeah, I'm going to design something different there, I think, just to kind of class it up, I guess. I don't even know. It needs to be this size, though, because the electronics are all in there and hidden away. So I just need to make this look like something. The other thing I did was I swapped out to, I talked about it in the video, I swapped out to these Hobby sold like Mudslinger, like bogger looking tires. I cut them to make them a 1.3. I think I did a test one in that video. I just did like one of them, but I did all of them since then. And they've been pretty good. I haven't used this a ton. I'll get to that afterwards. Yeah, I'll get to that afterwards. So it's not dirty or anything. It's just, they're just kind of still almost new looking because I haven't used them a ton. The other thing I did was in the front, for some reason the rear ones have been fine, but in the front, I had to trim these, like the end points, not the end points, do the sub trim way over, like just to get them to center for the servos that I put in here. And I made little, I'll put links down below to this stuff, but it's M2 rod. It's actually kind of like this. This is a weird link I was trying to make for another truck, but instead of being like this, it has like a smooth part in the center right here, and it's just threaded on each end. And then these are just ends that I think that came with it. I don't remember if it was 2-part kit or 1-part kit. I'll put it, like I said, I'll link it down below just in case you need to make your own stuff. Since then I did that months ago. Since then I've been using M2 threaded rod with like a sleeve, and like a stainless steel or brass to make like a link inside. So I can make it a custom size, because these you have to buy in like increments of like 5 or whatever. So if you need to make them exact, you can't do that. But at least these you can cut down to whatever you want and then just sleeve them, and they look pretty good. So yeah, I did those on the front too. The rear ones have been fine. I didn't have any issues with those. So I just did the 2 in the front. Let's see, the other thing I did was, only because I needed them for something else, the brass inner rings in these wheels in here are gone. This had 4 brass inner rings here, and then these were just the stock aluminums. I took the ones out of these. I put them into, I think it was my budget build. Yeah, my 24 budget build. I did it recently. And it was just, I needed them, and there was a lot of weight on this truck anyways, and I figured, this could go without it. If I need to, I'll just buy some more later. At the time, I just needed them. I didn't want to wait for them. Let's see, what else? Okay, the only other thing that's left to talk about, and this is what ended up stopping the last video that I started making, was I was going to try to like do like a weathering job on this like cab, on the whole thing. I started out by like making like the black lines for the gaps and stuff. I tried to do some weathering stuff on it, and it just looked like absolute crap. I just didn't like how it looked. I couldn't kind of go back because it was like on it, and it was like I couldn't get the paint off nicely. And then I was like, oh, I'll just, is it loose? All right, all tightened up. It just looked like crap. I hated it, and I was really upset with it, and it just came out so bad. And I just like, whatever, I'll just spray paint the whole thing black. And I kind of like the look of the black. But the problem was, this truck had been so beat up from me trying to do stuff I shouldn't have done with it, that like I had to, when I spray painted it and took the stickers off and all that, I like pretty much had to just paint over a bunch of scratches and stuff. And I was just kind of frustrated with the body, and I just kind of stopped there, and I was like, I'll come back to it, and then I just never did. It just kind of sat there, and I used it, around the house a little bit, and it was just one of those things where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna do one of my first like weathering paint jobs, and then it looked like it's so bad that you just like didn't even want to like show it off, and I didn't want to use it. So that's kind of one of the reasons it's just been sitting there and not being used as much. The other thing, and because it was sitting there and not being used much, I needed a Mini 16 back in my UTV 18, so I ended up taking it out of this thing, putting the stock motor in here, putting an MB100 in here. I deleted the light controller for the reverse lights because I didn't really care that it was there. It was just taking up space. And I actually liked it when it was stock with the brush motor. I was just putting in a Mini 16 in it or a brushless in it in general because I could, because I wanted to, not because I needed to. And I was like, why don't I just put the stock motor back in? I'll put the UTB 18 back. I mean, in the video you guys saw, I took it out of it. Well, if you guys watched it. I was like, I'll just put it all back in because the UTB 18 definitely needs it. I tried putting a different motor in an ESC and nothing I ever put in there I liked. So I'll put it back in there. I liked it that way. Good to go. So I was like, well, what am I going to do with this thing? I'll put the stock motor in it. I have an MB100 sitting around. I'll put that in there. It does pretty good control, you know, fine control with the remote. And it's been fine. I have no complaints at all about the stock motor and an MB100. And, you know, I'm probably going to keep it that way. I liked the Arktos, if I remember correctly, with the MB100 in the stock motor. And this, so far, in the Rock Van, I liked stock even. I think that one went straight to brushless, so I didn't get an MB100 in it. Kind of like this thing just went straight to whatever. But this, so far, I'm going to keep it like this. I don't have any problem with it, except that plug got in the way. With the slow control. I mean, you can go pretty slow. And of course, oh, I clicked the wrong button. You got full speed if you need to. So I'm keeping a stock motor in the MB100 and how it is right now. The other thing, and the reason I don't really use this as much, is because it is quite large for a Mini. When you think about it, even compared to like the Arktos, it is huge. Let me grab the Arktos. I mean, the Arktos is already pretty big. And then you got a whole extra, like, full-on cab. My issue is it's too small to trail with for me. I trailed 1/10, 1/6, 1/8 scaled stuff. This thing, the places that I go to a lot of times, I wouldn't be able to trail with it. I'd be picking it up over and over to go over a lot of places. But it's also kind of too big to put in my backpack when I go trailing, so I have to kind of like strap it to the top of it. And it's just kind of, it's like in this weird in-between where I'm not a huge fan of the size to do those two different things that I like to do. So I like the truck a lot. It's just kind of not convenient for what I do. So I want to try this year a little bit more to use it a little more. But I think part of that, me not wanting to take it with me because it's inconvenient, is because I don't like how it looks. I don't like that this truck is like just spray painted black because I messed it up. So this video is pretty much just like an update on what I've done to it since the last video, the state it's in general, of like my thoughts on it, going over the flatbed, because people have asked a few times on how I put the flatbed on, because I think I had a couple shorts and a couple pictures on it, and they're like, oh, how do you put that on there? How do you put that on there? And I was like, oh, I'm going to do a video, and then I never did the video, so I kind of felt bad that I said that and never did it. So just wanted to go over that part. It is really easy. I would try to explain to people how I did it, but I don't know if everyone ever really could understand what I was talking about. But I literally just drilled holes for those, and I just made that. I would just drill a hole for that. I'm not even going to bother putting this file up because it's just kind of a dumb file. Like, it doesn't work well. It's flimsy, and it's just, I didn't design it very great. It was just kind of a quick thing, and then I just kind of wish I just drilled holes like I did with this one. So, yeah. But anyways, I think I'm going to have another follow-up video on this, probably with the cab and a couple other little things. Nothing crazy. And more maybe tweaking kind of thing. Just because it's a fun truck. I just didn't like what I did. And that was my fault. I should have just kept it how it was. The color that it was, I think I did I had the gray. It looked fine. I just wanted to mess around with it, and I ruined it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a new body panel, like new plastics, pretty much, a whole new cab area, like this whole front end. And probably the bumper's black. Yeah, the bumper, I have no problem being black. I have no problem with the bumper here being black. I thought about doing the Arktos bumper, but it's different. Like, just a totally different shape in the way it mounts, I think, and everything. So I can't use that. I kind of wanted to do the front bumper on the Arktos, but it doesn't fit. It's not the right shape or anything like that. It's a totally different size. Like, just totally different setup wise. So I'm probably just going to keep these and just keep them black because I don't mind that at all. And I'm almost thinking of getting the green cab that this came with. Because the gray was not really the gray I was hoping it was going to be when I got it. It was okay. It's just, I think the green is going to be better. So I'm going to probably order the green parts of it. Probably I'll just get it through CKRC. That's what I've been getting most of my parts for these trucks from. And go from there. I know this is kind of a weird video. Like, I'm not doing much. I'm just kind of going over it and just kind of an update. But I just want to get it out there that on how I did this stuff, and you know, that I'll have a little bit of an update on this thing. But I hope that was informational sort of for you guys, and it's one of the reasons you kind of like, I had a bunch of shorts, I think, and then I had a couple video, like the teardown. You know, I had like 3 videos within like a month of this thing, and then some shorts, and then it just kind of fell off the channel, and that was why. I just kind of got annoyed at it, you know, and it was all my fault. Oh, also I changed it to an XT30 connector because I've changed a lot of my minis that are 3S and some that are 2S to XT30s. Mostly the 3S stuff. Yeah, so throw any comments, questions, or suggestions down below. Have you guys ever done something that really just ruined the truck for you? I know it wasn't a big thing. I just spray painted it black, but you know, going in it thinking I'm going to do something cool, I'm going to do a weathering job, and then it just absolutely failed, and I just spray painted the whole thing black. Just kind of killed me. You done anything to your Terranaut? You can put the flatbed on. I know a lot of people were talking about putting the flatbed on. I didn't really see a lot of people doing it. I saw a few. But to me, I'm not going to pull a trailer. It's kind of useless to me. I crawl with stuff. If I'm going to have a trailer on something, it's going to be 1/10 so I can like trail with it around the woods and on footpaths and stuff like that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah, I think that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good day.